Okay. So this is the first step, guys, that we try to do whenever we are trying to set up Selenium. First thing is setting up the Maven project. Now the next thing that we have to do is we have to set up Selenium on Windows, right? We are setting up the Selenium on Windows machine, right? So first step is to create the Maven project. Have we created a Maven project? Yes, we have created a Maven project. Now what is the next step? The next step is we have to add the Selenium dependencies in the pom.xml file, right? We have to add the dependencies in the pom.xml file. So see, there are multiple ways in which we can try to add the jar files into our Eclipse with respect to our Maven project. Either we can go directly download the Selenium jar dependencies and we can put it in our Eclipse. Like for example, once we download, we can right click, configure. We can go to this configure. We can go to configure. Here we can try to set up. Like for example, I think we can go with respect to build path, configure build path, and then we can try to set the dependencies of the jar files here. Okay, so that is the standard way, or that is the legacy way in which we can try to set up the jar files in our project. But in an organization, we will not be adding the Selenium or any other dependencies like this with respect to Java build path, adding and add external jars. Will not be doing like that. We'll be making use of this pom.xml file. See, this is pom.xml file. Pom.xml file is nothing but it is a file in which it contains the different details like group ID, artifact ID, version, what is the namespace, what is the properties, what are the dependencies that we have added, what are the plugins that we have. So all these details will be present inside a pom.xml file. It is a kind of core. Okay, it is a kind of core for our Maven project, right? So this is known as a pom.xml file, and here we have to add the dependencies in the dependency section. See, this is dependencies, right? In the dependency section, we have to add the dependencies. Now, what dependency we need to add? What we are trying to set? We are trying to set Selenium. So for that, we have to have the Selenium dependencies here, right? So for that, we have to first go to the Maven repository, right? Maven repository is nothing but it is a repository where we can find all the dependencies related to multiple applications or multiple tools. It is a kind of repository, right? It is a kind of repository. Repository is nothing but kind of source where we can find multiple things. Okay, so now let me navigate to Chrome browser. I'll open Chrome browser, guys. So here in the Chrome browser, I will try to launch the Maven repository URL. Okay, here I'll try to click on Control V and I'll go to the Maven repository. So this is a Maven repository where we can find multiple uh, softwares or multiple tools with respect to our Maven project. Okay, so here what we need to search? Now I need to search with respect to Selenium. I'll try to search Selenium here and I will click on search. Okay, so once we click on search, we will be getting the different sources where we can try to download. But what I will do, I'll click on the first item in the search result and I will take the most latest one version. See, here the different versions are listed, right? So I'll try to take the 4.31.0 version. Okay, I'll go to here, I'll click on this Maven because I'm trying to install the dependency in my Maven project. I'll click on Maven, I'll try to copy this particular dependency. I've copied. Control C, select this, copy. Now I'll navigate back to Eclipse and in the dependency section, I'll try to add this particular Selenium dependency like this. I'll Control A, I will select, Control Shift F, I'll try to format, then I'll click on Control Yes. Control Yes will help us in adding the dependency to our Maven project, right? Control and Yes. Let us try to see whether we have got the dependencies. We have not got the dependencies, right? We can see only JUnit dependency. So then what we can do is we can right click on our Selenium project practice. and then I'll go to the Maven and I'll try to update project, and then I'll click on update project, then I'll select my project, I'll click on force update of snapshot or releases, I'll try to check this, and I'll click on OK. This will help us. Just observe here, updating Maven project, right? This will help us in downloading the dependencies that we have added in the pom.xml file. Pom.xml file, if the control S is not working. Okay. See, now you can see the different Maven dependencies that are being added, right? Sorry, Selenium dependencies that are being added. Selenium, which was only JUnit before, right? Now, if you remove this, if we remove this kind of dependency, we can try to remove the Selenium dependencies. Control S. I'll give Control S. It has not removed. I'll go here, right click, Maven, update project, and I'll click on force update of snapshot or releases. I'll click on OK. See, it went. Now, whatever the Maven dependencies with respect to Selenium, it was all got removed, right? Because I have removed the dependency. If I again add the dependency here like this, okay, if I again add the Maven dependency and I click on Control S and I right click on the project and Maven and update project, again I'll be getting all the Selenium dependencies. See, just observe here now in the Maven dependency. See, we got all. Okay. So this is basically an feature with respect to the Maven project where we can try to add our dependencies. Okay. So now we have included the Selenium dependencies in our project. Right? We have included. Now the next step is, once we have done, once we have searched the Selenium, click on the first search result, Selenium Java, and try to click on the latest version. So this we did. Then we copied the Maven dependency. Then we have made use of open pom.xml file, and then we have pasted in the dependency section. Then Control S, then do the update. Okay. So once this is done, we are done with setting up the Selenium. Okay. Now we can find the Selenium methods, right? So we have done with the Selenium setups, but as we need a Chrome driver, right? For example, just a minute. See, if I navigate back to our Selenium architecture, what does we have? We have Selenium language bindings, and we need this browser drivers, right? We need this browser drivers. Why? Because we need to interact. We need to interact with our Selenium language bindings that will be interacting with the help of this JSON wire protocol, and then it will try to interact with the browser drivers. So we need this browser driver now, right? So now we have set up these two things. Selenium language binding and JSON wire protocol is inbuilt. Now we need to include this browser drivers, right? So for that we have to add one more dependency. Even there are two different ways in which we can try to add the browser driver. Okay, either we can try to set up with the help of drivers by downloading the Chrome driver externally and then adding into our Eclipse. Either we can do like that, or else we can go with respect to one more dependency that we have with respect to setting up the browser driver. Okay, so that dependency is nothing but it is called as web driver manager dependency. Okay, this is also an way that is used in an organization or any company that we go for setting up the web driver manager. Either we can go to set up with respect to system.set properties, or else we can even go with respect to an web driver manager setup. Okay, so for this again we have to go to our Maven repository. So for that I'll go back to the Maven repository, and in the search I'll try to search this web driver manager, and I will click on search. Okay, so here I'm getting this particular Boni Garcia. This is the particular web driver manager that I'll be using. Okay, so here I'll be trying to take the version as 5.7.0. Okay, this version I'll try to take. I'll click here back, I'll go to 5.7.0, and I'll try to take this particular Maven dependency. Okay, I'll try to copy, right click, copy. I'll go back to my Eclipse, and in below this I'll try to paste. Okay, so this is, we have taken the dependency with respect to the WebDriver Manager from Boni Garcia. Okay, I'll click on Maven, I'll click on update project, I'll force update, I'll click on OK. So this we have included with respect to Selenium, with respect to the WebDriver Manager. So now with respect to the architecture, we are clear. We have set up Java dependencies. We have set up the WebDriver. Now we have to initiate an Chrome browser. Let us try to initiate the Chrome browser. So for that, what I will do is I'll go to app.java. Okay, inside the app.java, I'll try to remove this basic details that I'm saying with respect to the project, and here I'll try to write my code. Okay, so what code I will write is I'll first try to set up the WebDriver Manager. Okay, I'll try to first set up the WebDriver Manager because we need to interact with the WebDriver, then the WebDriver will interact with the Chrome browsers, right, in the architecture. So for that, I will make use of WebDriver Manager dot Chrome driver. I'm trying to set dot setup. So this will set up the Chrome driver. Okay, so this will set up the Chrome driver, and by using this, we don't have to worry about the different versions of browser that we have, the what OS we are using. So all the system environment will be automatically taken care with respect to this WebDriver Manager. I'll try to import. I'm trying to import from Boni Garcia. Okay, so I've imported the WebDriver Manager. Once I have done with this, I'll try to, once the setup of the WebDriver Manager is done, I'll try to initiate the Chrome driver. See guys, WebDriver is an interface. Okay, this WebDriver is an interface. This is an interface, right? Let me try to import, and I will show the eye for you. I'll try to take this import, copy, and I'll try to paste it all the import files. Okay, so here I'll try to check now. Just observe here. If I'm trying to click on this WebDriver, okay, just a second guys, I'll try to save. Okay, I'll try to type one WebDriver here, and it will give me the suggestions. I think I'm trying to take it from the Selenium. Okay, see now if I hover on this WebDriver, if I hover, you can see this eye, right? So this is known as an interface. The WebDriver is an interface. I'm creating one reference, right? Then I'm trying to create the object for the Chrome driver, right? I've set up the Chrome driver. So this what it will do? It will try to set up the Chrome driver. This will try to set up the or initiate or open an Chrome driver instance. It will open the web browser. WebDriver driver is equals to new Chrome driver will open the browser. Okay, WebDriver Manager.Chrome driver.setup will set up the Chrome driver. Okay, once we have done with this, I'll make use of driver.get. Okay, driver.get is a method which will help us in launching any website. I'll double click, I'll enter double close, and I'll try to enter google.com as my website that I'm trying to automate. I'll take this and then I'll paste here so that my URL is done. Once I'm done, I'll try to maximize my window. I'll explain this maximizing. First, let us try to execute this much and see. Okay, so how to do? First, we have to set up the WebDriver. This is setting up the Chrome driver, right? Chrome driver, and this particular line of code will launch. This is setting. Okay, this will launch the browser. Which browser? Chrome browser, because I have given new Chrome driver, right? So I launch the Chrome browser like this, and this will, the driver.get will try to help me entering the website. Driver.get will help us in launch, entering the website and clicking on entering website. Okay, so these are the different steps that we have included. So I'll try to show you manually once, then we will see with respect to the execution. Okay, so what this line of code will do, it will let me try to close the open window with respect to Chrome. Okay, what it will do, it will launch Chrome browser. Okay, it will launch the Chrome browser, it will enter google.com like this, and this page will be displayed. Okay, this is the manual flow that we have written right now. Okay, so what are the steps that we have written? We are trying to first set up the Chrome driver, then we are trying to launch the Chrome browser, then we are entering google.com. Okay, now for this, in order to execute, I'll right click, run as Java application. Now we will be getting some things with respect to the console. Now we can see the browser is launched. So I'm just waiting for the browser to be launched. See, we have launched the browser. I'm not doing anything, guys. It is automatically being handled. Okay, and it will try to enter google.com. Right, the page which you can see, it is minimized. Right, the page, the layout of this browser is minimized. Right, so now let us try to maximize this page by clicking like this. So this we have done manually. Now let us try to do with respect to Selenium only. See, it is like this. Let me try to maximize. Okay, so for that, what I will do now is I'll try to add one more line of code, that is driver dot manage dot, what we have to manage, we have to manage window. Right, so I'll open window dot maximize. So this will help me in maximizing the window. Right click, run as Java application. See, now it will launch WebDriver, then it will open Chrome driver, it will enter google.com, and it will maximize the window. It entered, now it should maximize. See, it maximized. It is done automatically. I'm not doing anything from my keypad or any mouse. Okay, so this, we have launched the website google.com, we have maximized the window. Right, so this is how we can launch a website with respect to Selenium. Okay, this is the first basic Selenium setting up of the Selenium with respect to an Eclipse by using a Maven project. Okay,